What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video. This is Wiz and I'm happy to be with you guys today. So you read the title of the video, and it's been a while since I made a video, so I might be a little bit rusty talking to the camera and talking directly to you guys, but I want to be honest with you guys, because at the end of the day, if you're subscribed here, if you like my art, or you follow the aspect of my videos that have to do with video essays and things of that nature, everything's art. Movies, music, conventional art of just drawing and creating content that way with art and with your actual hands. And that is what I'm focused in my life. You know, like, I'm trying to become the best I can within the realm of art in general. And I feel that there's an important thing that I can share with you guys, and that can bring some value to you guys if you're trying to create a art career for yourself, or you're just starting off as an artist. Because there's a lot of things that people within the industry, and a lot of things that are already in the industry, that I personally do not like, and I personally do not put myself in that position where I'm trying to get clicks or trying to do things based on negative aspects of the industry. And to be honest with you guys, I love the aspect when I love the aspect of artists sharing their art and sharing their growth and things of that nature. I'm more so into that type of content and things of that nature. But this is one of the main things that I don't like about art, which is the aspect that everybody focuses on the negative aspect, and everybody has an opinion on things that have to do with negative shit. You know, like the Twitter world, all that bullshit. I don't entertain it. I don't have a Twitter. I don't entertain headlines. I don't follow clicks based on algorithmic headlines, nothing like that. I see it, I notice it, but I always don't entertain it. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But the main reason is because I'm focused on doing my own thing. I'm focused on my everyday growth, and I'm focused on trying to bring to life the things and the ideas that I have that I'm working on. So I really don't have the energy or the time to spend on things like that. Things like people talking about AI. I understand the struggle, but to be honest with you guys, it's something that as individual, if you're an individual artist that has become let's say nihilistic on the aspect of doing something with your art career, or doing something with your art because you believe that AI just is going to take over everybody's job, I believe that you're seeing things the wrong way. One of the main things that I've learned as I've gotten older is that, yes, AI can be bad. AI is bad. And the principles of why AI art is bad have a lot to do of why it is bad. But at the end of the day, as an individual, how does that benefit you? You know? And if it doesn't benefit you, and you're in the party of focusing that because of this you're gonna stop your own path, then why allow it to do that to your life? You know, I'm a person that has become very aware of our industry and the industry, and I say our industry because I do consider myself to be creating my own path and be creating my own thing within the industry. I've only been part of it, and I would say I'll only be part of it maybe within the last 5 years, because that's when I actually took it serious. That's when I started to create more art. I embraced my skills, and I'm honing in them by trying to get better, by reading, by practicing, by putting in the work and things of that nature. So one of the main things that I would tell you, and that I can tell you, that this goes in every industry that you can think of, not only art, but every aspect of life. If you think this way, I think it's going to benefit you more than anything. Become indispensable. And what that means is that you become so good at something that people cannot ignore your skill, that people cannot ignore you as a person, as somebody that is good and great, and somebody that is someone to be listened to. And that's one of the main reasons I don't entertain the BS that gets put out within YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all this BS, all social media. And that's, to me, that's one of the main downfalls of what social media offers, which is the gossip, which is the headlines. Everything that is negative gets more clicks than something that is positive. And that is one of the main reasons I wanted to create this video, because if you're young and you get caught up with TikToks that talk about BS, that talk about people using AI, that talk about people using other people's art and all these different things, you're gonna have a perception about the whole industry that is not 100% accurate. You're only allowing yourself to focus on the negative aspects of the industry, and you're not allowing yourself to see the reality of what it is. If you become really good, and honestly, this is why I hate the aspect of people putting down AI, because I feel that the more that AI gets used, the more of a demand is gonna become for it's gonna come off of this. I'm sorry, it's gonna come off of this. I mean that the more AI is used on this, the more demand for real work is gonna be out there, for more people interaction, for more people's like showing, like for example, if I created an art piece from scratch and I show the process, people are gonna respect that more in the long run than somebody just putting out a fucking picture or whatever it is that you actually drew, you know? So for that, it takes skills. For that, it takes time. It takes comprehension of different things that maybe are overseen when you just put something down on an AI app and it creates an image for you. So to begin with, you have to understand that we as humans don't have control over everything, but we do have control over what we do and what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. And if you want to become a successful artist, this has to be your mindset. Are you going to allow the time and energy that you have and you're going to put that into the negative aspect of the industry? Or are you going to try to become the very best that you can be within whatever you decide to make? And that's something that I don't think a lot of people talk about. I see everybody hating on AI. I see everybody talking about drama with artists using AI. I see BS talking about this artist stole these other artists. So all this BS, and that's why I say I don't entertain the people or the people that call themselves artists but yet talk about other people's art. I hate that type of stuff. Like, why? Because to me, all you're doing is entertaining and clip farming and trying to create money. And this is the thing, man. You have to start seeing what it is. If there's big YouTubers out there that all their content is talk about somebody else's art, like, are they in this for the right reasons, or are they in this because they found a niche in where people, and I think this is for every niche, there's always a demand, I guess, for people trying to have drama and trying to talk about other people's shit. And to me, I don't care if I only have 1 view, 2 views, 3 views. I can care less, right? Because at the end of the day, what I'm building behind the scenes is trying to build something real from the ground up. And when you're very confident about what you're doing and about your skills, and you have that mindset, you're putting out the energy and the correct energy towards something that will prosper in the future. But this is the thing, you might not see the immediate results, or you might not see the results immediately, but little wins go a long way. Maybe you don't sell your art piece right now because you're not there yet, or there's not a demand for your art piece. But who says that in 20 years down the road, it won't be? If you've been putting in effort and you've been putting in the work for 20 years, don't you think that by the 20th year, you're going to be considered a master? Don't you think that in 20 years, you already put over 10,000 hours, 10,000 repetitions 10,000 things out there that should make you a master and makes you adequate and makes you someone that can talk about something and can share that knowledge with the new generation. And that's my thing with you guys. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted to create this video, because I don't see enough people talking about the aspect and the importance of being able to lead through the work. A lot of people, and that's why I say sometimes I hate it that a lot of the artists that actually are putting in the work don't share their content, because they're focused on the work, they're focused on the day-to-day. And that's why for me, I'm trying to get balance in a sense, because I do want to have some social media presence. And that's why sometimes I don't really share my big projects, because it takes a lot of effort and energy. So the people that have been able to do that, I respect that. But personally, I work, I have a regular job. On top of that, I'm trying to build my own company as a Wiz Studios. And on top of that, I'm trying to learn how to develop that. And on top of that, I have relationships. I have my girlfriend, I have my family relationship, and all these different things that I'm handling at the same time. So social media is like not my priority. I am trying to get better at it. That's why I'm putting video essays out, because I'm also interested in learning how to edit, interested on storytelling, on pacing, on all these different things, right? Because I see the value that this will bring to me and to my life and on what I'm doing down the road. But if you get anything from this video, guys, is this: if you're an artist, if you're a young artist, do not become unmotivated. Do not become unmotivated when you see somebody selling their art for $120,000, that it has nothing to do with skills, but more so with the aspect of marketing and other things. And this is one thing that I will touch in a different video, because becoming an artist in this time frame is more than just being an artist. The days of you just being able to draw and create and just be able to do that and just do that, if you're trying to make a career out of it, you have to be so many more things. You have to wear so many more hats. And as a 30-year-old man, I'm telling you this, like, this is something that really I've realized over the last 5 years. It's something that I was in the boat of, I just want to draw and my art is gonna get discovered and blah, I'm gonna make a lot of money. It doesn't happen that way. If you don't market yourself, if you don't learn things about marketing, if you don't learn things about business, if you don't learn things about how you can get customers, keep customers, create a list of people that will continue to buy and become collectors, tell stories within your art. If you don't learn all these different aspects of your art and just focus on the aspect of creating, you might be one of the 100th artists that might make it just based on your art, but you have a very heavy odds, or very strong odds, of not doing anything with your art. And unfortunately, that is the reality of what we live into. And I've become to, like, this is the reality of our times, right? And this is something that I've become to embrace and understand and come at peace with, because I've never been the person that likes to, like, push my shit, because to me, I'm always been in that mindset that if you build it, they'll come. But sometimes there are other artists out there that are very great, you have to compete, and you're competing against those artists, believe it or not. And when you realize that this is a game, it all comes down to it will all come down to who will last the longest. And if you're gonna last, you have to commit to this or to your craft for a lifetime. So if what's happening now, in a sense, does not matter if you're not getting the results. Because if you're in it for life, there's no way in hell that if you're in it for life, you will not adjust, you will not get better, you will not understand the concept of what you're doing, and you will not grow as a person. There's no way that won't happen. And I'm telling you this as somebody that has started, that's been drawing since first grade, that has gone through the era of, not through the era, through the phases of being very passionate about art, going into high school, you know, getting motivated based on my classes, by my teachers that I had in high school. Completely stopped creating any type of art, any creative board. I stopped it because it wasn't my focus for like about 5 to 6 years. Then got back to it, got motivated by a co-worker that told me I was really good at it, and sold my commission piece as an adult. That was my first commission piece when I was 23. That was my first $250, and I would never forget it. He told me, I hope that this motivates you to see that you have a talent. And then again, that went through one ear to, like, it came through one ear and then it left through the other. And it wasn't until COVID happened where I was like, damn, like, this is a thing that I have. Because I was able to get a pencil and just create things and put them out there, and people will buy them. And that's the thing, man. It's like, sometimes, and you might be in the same boat with me, if you're an artist that cannot stop from creating art, that could be movies, storytelling, and this is the beauty of it, artists in so many different realms. If you're that type of person that you cannot get away from whatever art form is following or is present in your life, embrace it, go all in, and focus on your own shit. Do not get distracted by the noise. Do not get distracted by the clicks. Do not get distracted by the headlines, because at the end of the day, none of that BS matters, man. AI cannot do what a human can do, and that's it. Yes, there's beautiful pictures out there of AI. I've seen them. Yeah, they're badass. But it all goes to shit when they say, or when someone says, hey, this is AI. Focus on your own stuff. Allow yourself to grow. Give everything you got to what you're doing, and keep it moving, and keep moving forward, man. If you keep doing that, I promise you, you're gonna thank yourself in 5, 10, 20, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 years down the road. If you really want a career. And that's why I say, like, I'm gonna create a video soon where I break down everything that I'm doing, how I'm creating my own IPs and all of that, because I do feel that in this world where everybody is easy to put out there, like something that has to do with current pop culture and things of that nature, gets a lot of clicks, and when somebody puts an original character, it doesn't. And I think that immediate gratification of the clicks and the likes and the shares and all the BS is affecting a lot of artists. So if you're an artist that really wants to succeed on your own, I'm gonna share with you how I've been able to develop my own IP. And this is a project, and one of my projects that I've kind of shared on my Instagram, not really, called Goose. To me, Goose is an inspiration of Goosebumps combined with Crypt of the Tales and horror in this era in my city, which is Houston. And I'm bringing that to this city in that sense because, hey, that's where I'm from, right? But I want you to be honest with yourself, guys. At the end of the day, you have to be honest if you want it or not. Just like anything, don't waste your fucking time, because time is the only thing that is valuable. You will never be able to get it back. Your attention, your energy is also valuable. Don't just give it away to anyone. If somebody's telling you to focus on the wrong things, such as other people's shit, don't put that effort and that time to watching that video that talked about somebody else into your own things, and I promise you, you're gonna thank yourself for it. If you watch to the end, you are a real one. Appreciate you watching it to the end, because at the end of the day, this is something I'm trying to do with my channel, and I'm gonna do it more because it is important. It is important for a 15-year-old that finds this fucking video that wants to become an artist to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That this is not just, oh, AI is the end of everything. No, it's not. It's the end of artists that want a quick buck. It is the end of those type of artists. It is an end of it's the end of artists that are not willing to adjust and not willing to develop and do different things. It is the end of those artists. But if you really enjoy what you do, you're gonna not only do what you do, but you're willing to go the extra step to actually learn new skills, learn new things, and get better at what you're doing. And that's all it is. That's all it comes down to. And sometimes it's as easy as being so direct like that. A lot of people try to give excuses to themselves, and at the end of the day, it's just what you want. If you want to be part of an art industry, you want to be part of the art industry, if you want to create the career within the art industry, do it. Do it your way. There's never a set way to do things. There's people that made it that gone to school. There's people that made it that have not gone to school. There's people that made it through at a younger age. There's people that made it at an older age. There's people that made it through comics. There's people that made it through movies. There's people that made it through music. It does not matter. There's not a set way. Get focused, pick what you want, learn from the industry, and learn from other industries. Create that, match that, learn from different things, apply that, and I promise you guys that you are going to be better off if you do all of that. And if you're willing to do that and stop focusing on BS, on talking about other people, you will get where you want to go. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe. We're trying to grow this. See you on the next one. Take care. Peace.